Leonard Cohen, the voice of the soul, he spoke softly, yet his words could shatter the walls around your heart. Leonard Cohen, poet, songwriter, novelist. His music was not written for the charts. It was written for the soul, from Susan to Hallelujah, from Bird on the Wire to Dance Me to the End of Love. Cohen gave us verses of honesty, vulnerability, and grace. He sang about love and loss, faith and doubt, light and shadow. Behind his calm voice lay a lifetime of searching for meaning, for beauty, for God. In his own words, there is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. On November 7th, 2016, Leonard Cohen passed away at the age of 82, but his words remain alive, echoing wherever someone turns pain into poetry. Eleanor Roosevelt, the heart of humanity. She was called the First Lady of the world, not because of her title, but because of her spirit. Eleanor Roosevelt transformed what it meant to be First Lady of the United States. She didn't just stand beside her husband. She stood up for the voiceless, a tireless advocate for justice. She fought for the rights of women, minorities, and refugees. After World War II, she chaired the United Nations Commission on Human Rights, helping to craft the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a document that became the moral foundation for freedom around the world. She once said, "It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness." On November 7th, 1962, Eleanor Roosevelt's light went out, but her flame of compassion still burns in every act of courage, in every defense of human dignity. Joe Frazier, the fighter's heart. He wasn't the tallest, the fastest, or the loudest, but he was relentless. Joe Frazier, the man they called Smockin' Joe, fought his way from the streets of Philadelphia to the top of the boxing world, an Olympic gold medalist, the world heavyweight champion, and the man who gave Muhammad Ali one of the greatest rivalries in sports history. He didn't fight for fame. He fought because it was the only way forward. Frazier's left hook was feared, but his humility was legendary. His life was proof that real champions aren't made in the ring. They're forged in struggle. On November 7th, 2011, Joe Frazier lost his final fight, this time to liver cancer. But even in death, he never lost his pride. "I got knocked down," he once said, "but I always got up," and that's how the world remembers him, as the man who never stayed down. Steve McQueen, the king of cool. He didn't follow the rules. He made his own. Steve McQueen was more than an actor. He was an attitude, the rebel, the loner, the man who said little but meant everything. In Bullet, The Great Escape, and The Thomas Crown Affair, McQueen defined a new kind of hero. Cool, understated, dangerous. He lived fast, raced faster, and loved the edge. But behind the fame and the cars, there was a man searching for peace, from a childhood of pain, from addiction, from Hollywood itself. By the late 1970s, illness had slowed him down, but never stopped his fire. He turned to spirituality, to quiet places, to the desert, trying to make peace with himself. On November 7th, 1980, Steve McQueen died of lung cancer at just 50 years old, but his image, the defiant glance, the calm under pressure, remains immortal. Even today, they still call him the king of cool. 4 souls, 4 stories, each one a reminder that life is fleeting, but legacy endures. Leonard Cohen taught us to listen with our hearts. Eleanor Roosevelt taught us to stand up for what is right. Frazier taught us to keep fighting, no matter the odds. And McQueen taught us to live with courage, style, and independence. It is a day of remembrance for voices that still sing, hearts that still inspire, and spirits that never fade. This was Those Who Left Us on November 7th. If their stories touched you, leave a light, a word, a memory, because remembering is how we keep them alive.